So we know now about dominant and recessive alleles. They're just different expressions of a gene. Dominant overrides recessive, if that's all we've got. But we could also have incomplete dominance, where neither of them actually has complete control.
That's AB.
Hmm?
That's A blood and B blood, right? They share dominance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's codominance.
Co-dominance.
Incomplete dominance is sickle cell anemia.
Um,
Yes, and we'll talk through all of that. So here you go. Having 5 digits on your hands is thanks to recessive genes. Huntington's disease, have you ever heard of Huntington's disease? It's called autosomal dominant condition. What does that mean? What's an autosome? We have 23 pairs, 23, see? 23 pairs of chromosomes. 22 of them are autosomes.
Oh, right.
1 pair is sex chromosomes. Yeah. So Huntington's disease is an autosomal dominant condition, which means that
It's not linked to sex.
if you have the dominant gene for Huntington's disease in your family, there's a really strong possibility that you're going to pass that on to the next generation, and it will be expressed.
Not sex.
And the saddest part about Huntington's disease is that it doesn't show up until somebody has reproduced. So they don't know they have Huntington's disease, they don't know they're gonna pass it on to the next generation until it shows up. So 40 years old, 45 years old, Huntington's kicks in. And it's a devastating wasting disease of the nervous system, neuromuscular, horrible. Are all genes dominant or recessive in their expression? No, because we have incomplete dominance, where we could have 2 carriers for sickle cell anemia produce somebody with sickle cell anemia, or produce more carriers, or produce somebody that has no sickle cell genetics at all. And if they produce carriers, those individuals are said to have sickle cell disorder, not the disease. And those sickle cell disorder individuals might not know they have sickle cell, never had any genetic work done, never looked at their blood, missed the little possible sickle cells that are floating around in there. They've got plenty of normal red blood cells. But if their respiratory system and their red blood cell production is challenged, as in gaining elevation, then they might experience problems. Hypoxia, not enough oxygen, because they don't have the red cells to carry that oxygen. So incomplete dominance is interesting. Polygenetic inheritance is where you have multiple genes controlling a particular trait, like height and weight. Pleiotropy or pleiotropy, this is a very interesting way. We have 1 gene that controls multiple traits. And we'll talk about all of the different mechanisms that pleiotropy shows up.
Pleiotropy is not on the word book.
No, I'm adding stuff because I find it's interesting. Anyway, probability. Punnett squares are used to determine probability. They are not a mechanism for telling exactly what's going to happen. They are a mechanism for determining the possibility of a combination of 2 individuals' genetic material. So that's, we're going to play a little bit with our probability. So here we have a question. We have big T standing for tall, little t standing for dwarf, and our parent's genotype is big T, little t, crossed with little t, little t. In other words, this individual is tall, and we are crossing it with somebody who's a dwarf. What's the percent of each genotype as we work out our cross? Do you remember how to work Punnett square?
Yep.
So draw your Punnett square out. Get